list do you want to break down?
I'll take the rebels.
Cool. We're doing salvage mission, folks. His list is not 22 points total. That shouldn't matter on the overlay. I had to fudge a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, because it shows -2 points scored on both
yeah,
of them.
let me,
so.
boom. There we go. So now we're zeroed out. All right, cool. So go ahead and break down rebels, Matt. Do it.
Okay, so we have an oldie but a newbie. We have 5X. We have Battle Boy Garvin.
Yeah. So this is I'm not even going to show the cards because it's the original Garvin I'm showing here. So
yeah,
go for
He's
it.
got Hope, which is almost exactly hopeful. He has advanced proton torpedoes, and then he's got an astromech that isn't showing up that will give him 2 regen on hull. Jack Porkins boy also has Hope. He has advanced proton torpedoes, a differently named but same deal for repairing your hull astromech, and then he's got unstable sublight engines, which is basically you do a 1 straight maneuver and then you deadman switch. Okay. Then you have Colby Sperato.
Colby, regular Colby.
Yeah, regular something. Predator, Chopper, Contraband Cybernetics, and Servomotor S foils. Notably missing Notorious because it's harder to afford now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then Levin Tenza, who now has Notorious and Contraband Cybernetics because he's got a larger loadout. And then we have Edrio of the 2 tubes.
Edrio?
With thread tracers and cloaking device. Thread tracers is interesting. On your last ship to shoot. There we go. But yeah, 5X is back. Just they're all named now.
They're all names. Why is that they are starting already? So we're going. I'll start the timer. Why is that they gave them advanced proton torpedoes and didn't set up a real NPE torpedo swarm? Despite the fact that we all know Battle of Yavin involved regular proton torpedoes. I just thank God that that's not a thing.
So what is Mr. Andrew Block flying?
Sure, yeah. Thanks, Matt. I appreciate that. I've got a few things. Now I'm getting myself distracted. We've got some Battle of Yavin content on the right side as well, so I'll take you all over to it because the overlay, again, has not been updated, so I had to change the code myself and make those tweaks, custom tweaks. We've got Vizier and the Reaper with Emperor Palpatine. Vizier has the most loadout points of the cheap Reapers, and Palp is just so good. We all know that. It always has been. Sigma 4 with built-in sensitive controls. After you perform a barrel roll action, you may spend 1 charge to perform a boost action. And then we have disciplined and primed thrusters on that interceptor. These are all initiative 4, by the way. Then we have Sigma 6. If you fully execute a speed 3 to 5, you may spend 1 charge to perform a slam action. So you can go real freaking fast because Sigma 6 also is Daredevil and Afterburners. Gotta go fast. And then we've got Sigma 7 with during the system phase, you may spend 1 charge to acquire a lock on an enemy ship at range 0 to 1 with sensitive controls, marksmanship, and fire control system. Does have the target lock action, otherwise it would really make no sense. But there's also disciplined out there, so target locks are going to come up for a few of these ships here. Then we got Countdown. Countdown's ability is pretty good because while you defend after the neutralized result step, if you're not stressed, you suffer a damage and gain a stress. If you do, cancel all dice results. Do that multiple times in a game. Yourself alive longer with Ruthless, Elusive, Ion Bombs, and Targeting Computer. Yeah. We're playing Salvage.
Yep. So Epionic pointed something out. All the Sigmas actually have 4 hull, so I'm assuming it's easy to fix on your end.
Yeah, I got that. I think it's now very apparent that I have not spent a whole lot of time looking over all of the Battle of Yavin or Siege of Coruscant stuff at this point.
My initial hot take is Garvin and Jack are a steal at 4 points.
Yeah. I mean, they're fairly tanky, high enough initiative, and if you lose them, it really doesn't matter that much. Like, it's not that big of a deal. They're cheap.
Yeah. For most,
I'll have to check them out.
So I did a 5-rounder yesterday, and
it went pretty well for you.
Yeah, it did. 5-0, so that went well. But then when just like essentially I would get an APT off, and then whichever one of them is hurting, that one, runs off and then regen some hull, and the other one keeps engaging with the rest of the list. It works really well.
Yeah,
So,
it's
and then
when
like
I
you
looked
said,
at
if
that
you
list,
lose
I'm
them,
like, doesn't seem like that good, but it's just so much you can do with it with
yeah, no,
so many
there's
bodies.
a lot you could do wrong with that list, but
Sure.
when it works well, it works well.
So Matt, was it fun or exciting for you to use like pre-built or like standardized? How did that feel for you? I'm just genuinely
It was
curious.
fine, and like specifically those two, they're just X-wings. So I tell you what, using the quick build cards is great for a tournament, just because you're like blap blap done. I had 3 quick build cards. I had a Y-wing, hull oakened. So
Mhm.
3 of my 5 ships were quick builds. So I just tossed those cards down, and I was basically done. I'm still not like, if they went to just quick build, I probably wouldn't like it. But with what you have, with having it as an option is fine. Just because, like, man, it's super quick. I flew against Teddy Roosevelt today.
Hey,
Uh, and I was just trying out Empire quick build stuff, and I just used all four. I used the new Vader, Dark Curse, new Iden Versio, and new Sigma 6,
mm-hmm.
and just like it was like doot done. I'm set up. What are you still doing over there? Hurry up! Quit finish setting up your stuff.
Hurry up! Hurry up! Oh, Matt typically pressuring his opponent
Yeah,
to hurry up.
yeah.
Classic.
Take an action. Do something.
Do something. Well, we got some salvage being grabbed by the X-Wings. Honestly, X-Wings are pretty decent salvage carriers because they're not often trying to boost after the first round or two. So
Yeah. I found with Garfin and Jack, because they only have barrel roll, they don't care. They no longer have boost, so they'll just, they don't mind picking it up.
oh,
And same thing, like I had a Y-wing in my list, and the Y-wing wasn't there to do any fancy positioning. So it was like, I got three ships that can pick up salvage. They don't mind.
yep. And the best part of salvage mission is if anything, even if you know you're gonna lose it because just the likelihood of taking a crit is high. Forcing your opponent to change target priority because of objective points is also a solid, part of the psychological warfare of salvage mission.
Yeah.
Make them make a choice, or they want to shoot at the bigger threat or the one that's going to be getting you more points to victory.
Yeah. I will tell you, so Dark Curse is the one that if you shoot at him, you
Can't mod your dice.
You can't mod your dice. Like Teddy playing against him just didn't shoot at him at all. He was like, I'm just going to shoot at other stuff.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. He never said it, but he just never shot at that TIE fighter. And that makes sense because it's going to be hard to do anything to him.
And that includes like adding results and stuff, right? Through the abilities. Yeah.
Yeah. But basically just consider it as
if
you're range 0 with that chip. Oh, wow. Look at that.
Yeah.
It's at Sigma 6. Yeah, that's the gotta go fast guy. He slammed.
So not shooting this turn, but in quite the position next turn.
Yeah. But I mean that took 3 of the X-wings, and they are out of position.
Yeah. All right. Well, no shot. The X-wings are certainly getting flanked pretty well here. Andrew doing a nice job with Sigma 4 and Countdown at the bottom there. We're going to have Sigma 7 take a shot first. And we are going into Garvin. I actually just rewatched A New Hope for the first time in a really long time last night. It felt good to finally watch it again.
Yeah. Got 2 hits from Sigma 7.
Garvin taking 1. Shield down on Garvin.
I believe. Oh, did he shoot at Garvin? He did.
And Garvin. I thought Garvin grabbed the. I don't know.
He could give it to Jack if he wants to.
Garvin doesn't. Yeah, Garvin doesn't have a shot either.
Yeah.
Maybe he doesn't see the focus.
I mean,
Now we're getting it.
Gonna pass it to
Yep.
red there.
Now Garvin's shield's down already. Pretty good rolls so far.
Yeah,
The reroll, fire control reroll, I believe, just hit crit. Sorry, that was not.
yeah.
That was a lock, right?
Ooh, hit crit. Yep. So,
Blue stabilizer.
was there a specific list building challenge for List Chaos this time around?
Just build something with new stuff.
Okay.
I didn't even tell them that explicitly. I know that, I mentioned, hey, like, things have changed. There's new stuff, new points. Like, let's get a stream in with new stuff. And they took it to heart because they brought stuff that breaks the overlay. It's that new. So. Oh, and natties. Oh
wow.
Yeah, that's doesn't feel good. Really sacrificing a lot this turn for Justin. No damage on the Empire side for this first engage. Yet there's one more shot. Yeah, this is unmodded because of the salvage action that tow action was taken. Epionic calling GGs already. Don't appreciate that. However, it's gonna affect early betting. Is not gonna look so good.
Yeah, that's fair. I can definitely say that it's not looking well. It's going to be interesting because there is a lot of I-4 overlap. There are, 7 I-4 ships? So, 7. Yeah, so it will matter a lot. As we can see, that mattered with the slam for Sigma 6. He was able just to be like, no, I don't feel like being in 3 arcs. So
yeah, I'm gonna pass. Yeah, I think I'll pass. Betting the numbers to our overlay here for betting. There we go. I'm using the Yasby overlay now because we are about to enter the doom of TTO. Unfortunately, this is our second to last day. Tomorrow will be the last day. Everyone salute Dennis and Tabletop TO for giving us honestly a incredible free resource and user interface to work with for tournaments and overlay stream. Pretty lucky, honestly.
Yeah,
a lot of people wouldn't be able to stream X-Wing without that resource.
Yeah, I'm really Dion's doing stress testing for the Kuat Print Yards one, roll better soon. I think they did one Friday night. They're going to do Tuesday night. They're going to do this Saturday, and I hope it works well and looks well because like I've looked at Longshanks, but it's not a super pretty.
That's what we're using for the third.
Yeah,
it's because I needed to announce it and get people registering. Scott at Hexiled uses it. I trust his recommendation. Used it for a bit now, but. Yeah, not like there are other feasible alternatives and just was it Best Coast pairings, right?
Yeah.
Or West Coast
pairings.
It's
Best Coast.
It is Best Coast. That's what I thought. They are notoriously horrible, and have had way too many crashes, so couldn't go with them.
For it.
That's hilarious that you have to pay for it.
I think like the online version is fine, but you have to pay for the app, and it was just like, yeah, no thanks.
No.
So really hoping that Roll Better works out. Longshanks is a fun name, Epionic, but again, right now it's not a pretty app. And then also Longshanks. If you just look up Longshanks on Google, it is not the first result, which is what I liked about TTO. You're just like Tabletop TO, or if you put TTO, it would be within the top few. I imagine if you type in Roll Better, it'll be, once we get it going, it'll be one of the first few.
Yeah. Well, that's good. SEO purposes. Heading into round 3. Real quick, just want to take a quick second. We'll be back to the game. So we started our donation goal for in-person commentary yesterday, and we already had 4 people donate $25, $30 each. So we wanted to thank Josh, wanted to thank Dan, David, and Joe. Thank you all so much for getting us 20% of our goal already within a day. So
awesome.
It means a lot. Really excited about it. We have the whole list of everything we need, and for those of you that might not know, that it's half. The goal is half of what I'm actually going to be spending on this stuff. So I'm not leaning on you guys to pay for all of it.
Yeah.
Helps out. It really helps. Thanks.
Looks like
Thanks
we
again.
got some systems phase barrel rolling shenanigans. So speaking of in-person streaming, how was Dragon Con for you, buddy?
Yeah, Dragonfall was great.
Dragonfall, sorry.
It's all right. It was a charity tournament, which is always like there's a little bit extra excitement around supporting a cause while playing a game that you
Indeed.
love to play. You and I have been to a charity tournament together and played each other a couple times there too.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of fun. And honestly, I was really worried because they just kind of bailed on getting me an Ethernet connection, so the entire stream was 4K, but on their premium Wi-Fi that never gave out. So I was really happy about that.
Wow.
And outside of it being noisy and us having to use like a pretty heavy noise suppression to help with the background sounds, everything else went really well. Lots of fun games, cool lists. It was diverse and a quick draw won the whole tournament. So it's nice to see a list with no bombers, no Kylo, and no Malorus win a tournament. Even though no cut, 5 rounds is Swiss is a lot.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? The audio suppression. Yeah, I know I watched several of them, and like in that first one, you dialed it in really quick, considering there was a lot of background noise.
Yeah, there's a filter that's basically you just it uses your processing power from your machine. You can't dial in the settings, you just turn it on and it just like kills almost all noise.
Yeah.
But unfortunately it still leaks through bits because it's just so loud it can't be perfect. But
yeah.
It was nice to be able to hear the players clearly still, It just didn't sound great. But I bought a new set of wireless lav mics that we're gonna try for our next tournament, and there's noise reduction built into those, so it should be better using lavs.
When is that tournament there, Nick Sperry?
So the Windy City Trials Winter Edition is this December 3rd at Good Games Chicago. I don't know if I have. Do I have the? I'll post the link real quick. I don't think I have it in a command. For those of you in the Midwest, even Justin's thinking about it. He needs to make a trip around that time. He's thinking about going.
Right on.
So yeah.
I will be going. I don't plan on participating, but if I do, I will like dip out of the cut if I make cut, because I'm tired of winning these things.
Yeah, I'm torn on that because like there'll be some other good it's not like there aren't going to be other good players there that would make it difficult. There is the Longshanks link. But yeah, I definitely would love to have you there.
Indeed.
I don't think we'll have like a proper like commentary setup by then, but we can have you help with whatever.
I can just chill, and
you can chill,
watch games, and help make judge calls if you need that.
Or I mean, if you really want to play, you could play and just
that's true.
Drop cut. That's your call. I wouldn't make you drop cut. But anyways, we're getting some red focuses going on here, getting real close. Justin turning in on the red on Sigma 4. Token evade. Got range 1 from Colby. Colby is just not nearly as scary without Notorious.
Yeah. So Colby will be shooting range 1, but then Jack has an APT target lock on Sigma 4. So it's going to be...
Oh, okay. That's a crit. It's going through on Sigma 4. Direct. It is a direct, all right.
It just softening them up for that APT. Looks like we saw Jack just take a turn off, and I'm guessing repaired.
Garvin, yeah.
Oh, what? Which one's Garvin? Garvin is
pink one.
Yes. So he just.
This is the APT though,
He flipped the wrong charge. He flipped Garvin's charge, not Jack's charge.
That's better, much better, way better. 3 hits and a crit.
Yeah, that will do it.
Yep.
Still gets to return fire, but eek. Could
Yeah.
be like blinded pilot or
Yeah, weapons failure, any of those. It is a console fire. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So Sigma 4 goes down. Get some
I'm gonna
Wilhelm
hop in and
screams.
switch those. Unless you want to change the
Oh,
chart.
go for it. You can do it.
Yeah.
Matt doing his thing. Sneakily swapping charges.
Criticizing people, that kind of
He
thing.
says thanks. He's very appreciative.
Yeah.
Reaching out, countdown going on downtown. Countdown downtown. Leaving Tenza, range 3. Does have salvage, but no crit rolled there.
Levin is the one with Notorious. I don't know if he has. He does have Arc, so. I mean, not that Countdown really cares about Notorious, but.
Levin is at the top. Does not have Archon countdown.
Oh, maybe he doesn't. Oh, Garvin just gonna eat it.
Oh boy. Well,
Take 2.
And die. Garvin goes down as well.
What is his action?
Repair.
It doesn't look like it. He didn't spend any charges.
No, he repaired a face-up damage card, the crit that he took.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
Garvin or Sweet Prince, exactly. Game is moving fast. We do have a Draft League match, the final Draft League game of Week 1. Team Tinder Gods, Christopher Tanner going up against Team Havoc's Andrew Oler. So after this game, we do have another fun and exciting game of X-Wing.
Double evade from Jack saying, I can hold it. I can hold it.
But still drops.
Jeffers crit drops the objective.
Did we forget a hopeful trigger?
I believe we did.
Oh, that never happens.
And dude, I played 3 ships with hopeful this entire weekend. The only time I remembered it is when I was stressed. So
yeah, right. You can do. Oop. More paint. Sigma's return fire shot, but it's going to be another crit into Jack as a disabled power regulator.
Gets an extra turn where he doesn't have to deal with that.
Sigma is removed. However, in terms of salvage, I think Andrew's got 2-1 on Justin here.
Indeed.
So it would be 7-7.
Yeah, I mean, it still feels like a game. Either way, the Jack is at half, and the rest of Andrew's list really hasn't been touched. About to get touched.
Yeah, I prematurely updated that. We didn't see this shot into victory yet, so I will update that. If we get a crit, no crit. Just one.
He's fine.
As Palp, something to get out of that
shot.
shot.
Rolling 3 defense.
Was it not range 3 obstructed with range 2?
Oh, that is obstructed. Sorry, I didn't see that asteroid.
Yeah, it's easy to miss on the map there.
It's just the right color for my eyes to miss it.
Just a perfect color.
And then we got Levin. Or whoever. This is Edrio, sorry.
Oh, just clips. Sigma 6.
Gonna
the boosty boy. That's not gonna hit.
Yep.
Almost hits. God, look at that. Yeah, F. Yeah, it's tough. It feels. I will say it feels really good when my opponent fires thread tracers and misses.
Gets a boof. Yeah.
8-6. I have 7. It was 6-5. Does Justin still have 2 crates?
Justin does have 2 crates.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
One on Edrio and one on Lee.
Got it. Yep. There we go.
And it's just the Reaper that has one on Andrew's side.
Got it. So already going into this is the 4th turn coming up. Yeah.
Super quick.
They're going fast.
I
Block
really
plays
appreciate.
fast.
I appreciate folks that get down to boogie. Because I'm often somebody that sets my dials and just kind of checking my phone and hating because I'm going to second guess myself because I've been sitting there and
Yeah, yeah. It gets awkward when you've been on your phone waiting for like more than a minute.
yeah. Have you had a chance? You said you didn't get to look at it, but you had a chance to play with any of the Battle Yavin stuff? Any of it?
Uh, no, but I was thinking about that double decimator build, and it does haunt me a little bit.
Yeah, I'm.
It doesn't
There's
seem that fun to play. I don't know. It seemed like it just seems obnoxious. I'm not sure how great. I mean, how did Doug do with that list? He said
he went 4-1. I mean,
okay,
it's also
so
Doug Howe,
it
so
is
you
Doug
have
Howe.
that
Yeah,
behind it. So it may not have done as well.
yeah,
The only one he lost was the salvage match, which makes
yep.
sense. It's a 3-ship list match.
With zero agility,
Yeah,
two of the three ships have no.
yeah. Vader, that Vader hits like a truck. Even so, when I played with him earlier today, even when I had terrible dice, I still got 4 hits. So
Because is his ability, is it the same exact as the defender, or is it just a
it's
blank?
it's the same as Vader. Yeah,
Vader
it's
defender.
a
So
blank where you can change one blank, but
just one blank. Got it.
with target lock and 3 force, you are going to get. I ended up burning through my stuff a lot quicker.
Yeah.
Who is it? Oh yeah, I forgot. Countdown as
And
ions.
yeah. Oof.
Which Jack's like, I'm gonna get ionized anyway. I have disabled power regulator, so
Yeah. I'd imagine a 4K makes a lot of sense here, Jack. Right?
yeah, yeah,
Because the ion bombs don't deal damage, right? It's just ions.
just ion.
Honor nets deal. I haven't seen a Connor net in a while.
Yeah, yeah. Counter nets do 1 damage and then give you 3. Ion bombs also destroy remotes, if I remember correctly.
We've got a red focus there from Edrio 2 tubes. Hunters got nerfed hard. Yeah, they were popular for a bit. There's a hot sec where we're using them pretty regularly.
Well, speaking of nerfs, AMG just kind of went around with the nerf bat and just slapped a couple things.
Yeah,
and I'm kind of
count on
okay
like
with
one
it.
hand. What they yeah. It is nice to know that the tournament I'm going to in California next weekend, I like all my lists weren't like obliterated. Like I can bring the list I was thinking about bringing.
Yeah. It basically, if you were flying the broken good stuff, you have to consider new lists. If you're not, if you weren't, then you're fine. I mean, maybe if you're flying proxies, you have to adjust just a little. But or if you were taking Notorious,
I mean, Boba is just still so good. He's just not going to be as good. I finally played Mandalorian. I'm that behind. I mean, I played Q9 a little bit. Finally, it was just Boba, Sarasu, and the Mandalorian, and he was solid. Like his ability I don't really like it because I felt like I never really got to use it. I actually didn't get to use the ability once in my couple of games I played. Not that it wouldn't come up, but his crew is just so much better.
Yeah, I mean, so like his crew on Q9 is amazing. Well, his crew on anything that has the child, I mean, they work good in tandem. The Mandalorian himself, if you have the child, works really well. If you can get 2 people in arc, like
but also they have to have you in arc. So
if you're in their front arc
at range works. 1 to 2.
Yeah, and which when like flying against ties, I was doing it all the time, and I would take they would shoot and they'd get 1 damage in, and I get my force, and 1 damage in, I get my force, and or they wouldn't get anything.
So it's like a reinforce in that situation, just less damage.
Yeah, it's a reinforce that can net you 0 damage. So it's like, okay, this works well. And I had Fearless, so it's like I have the mod for offense, and but
I'm still hesitant to like run him up against other ships though. He's just the 2 shields is flimsy.
Nah, when there's other fire sprays at 7, plenty of fire sprays at 7. I kept looking at the fire sprays instead.
Slam, and then we're getting
Just getting out of there, saying no, thank you. I don't want to be
Getting
in.
an afterburners.
Oh, so
As
we're
well.
afterburners aftering the slam. He's trying.
He is trying.
He's trying. Oh, so he's doing the Daredevil one.
Nice. And all of a sudden, the 2 hard looks nice. Next turn.
Yeah. He could have performed an action before he did afterburners. But because the slam isn't an action, that's not in your perform action step, I don't think. After you fully execute a 3
Sure
to
it is.
5.
Isn't it?
No, it says after you fully execute a 3 to 5, you may spend a charge.
Oh, you're talking about
perform
afterburner. Because slam is an action.
Yeah, slam is an action. Oh,
During your action step.
But he spent afterburners and did a Daredevil, so none of that was his perform action step. It's not going to matter because he's not going to have a shot. Nobody's going to be shooting at him. So just he didn't have to do afterburners. He could have just had it be his regular boost.
Countdown's going to take a target lock.
Yeah, it's new stuff. You live and you learn. All right. Jack get nine-eyed, and he's like, who cares? I'm already...
How does Jack... Oh, did Jack use his ability to get a shield? Wait, what? How did he get a shield back? I have shields down on him right now.
Yeah, he was shields down. I don't... Oh, no. I grabbed the wrong thing. Oh, he got rid of Garvin. That's what's been confusing me. He got rid of the Garvin card.
Yeah, I still swore. He repaired.
So he jacked.
Oh, got it, and then repaired with the droid.
Yeah, but he shouldn't have got a shield back. That only removes.
Which card?
Yeah.
I'll have to ask
I'm
him in a
confused.
second.
Maybe he only took one. I don't know.
Well, how would he have taken the crit, right?
It was actually Edrio that took the crit, or Colby that took the crit. What do you have Colby at? 4 and 2.
Oh.
See, that's what happened.
Oh, got it. Did he put it on the wrong? Maybe I'm just losing my mind.
What confused me is he removed what's his face?
Garvin from the
Garvin
Brad,
and shifted everything down. So
here we go. Countdown shot. It's a little scary. Edrio is full health for now, but this is a range 1 with a target lock shot. Edrio is carrying salvage as well. And there is crit, and that's going to drop it.
This is when you ask your opponent to spend a target lock on that beautiful Maddie.
And of course, Edrio eats everything. D65s tend to do. Blinded Pilot.
Yeah.
Losing the salvage. One hull all of a sudden.
Probably going to take that range 0 shot with... which Sigma is it? Sigma 7, because I would, just try and kill that, take that one.
Oh yeah, range 0 is so good. It's not fun to kill the range 0.
But when, he's one hole away, there's a decent chance.
Oh yeah. So Vizier did evade. Gonna be range 1 into the Reaper. Man, these have not been...
And in the lock. Almost threw one away. So, hit crit. Gonna get one evade no matter what. So, just a shield.
The salvage was dropped already. No, it wasn't. Here we go.
Yeah, he's popping it off now. Just saying, I'm gonna put it over here where nobody gets it.
Yeah. Justin still has 2 ships that are carrying salvage.
Indeed. I mean, those points really add up. I mean, it's how I won my final match yesterday, is I killed Ray and my 2 X-Wings just had to stay away from Poe. Like, please don't shoot me, sir.
Yeah.
I will never have shots at you, so...
Right. Yeah, Poe Overdrive's still a thing.
Yep. Countdown, probably just going to say, I would rather not.
Yep.
Oh, I guess he already shot with Sigma 7 or whoever, Sigma 7. So, Edrio gets to live. He's got blinded pilot, so he couldn't spend that focus anyway.
Yep. So overall, Matt, you were. I mean, they told us that the points change was going to be
Minimal.
minor tweaks. So, are you satisfied with that in mind? Would you say, like, for initial reaction, your first impressions?
Yes, I'm satisfied. Satisfied's a good way to put it. I'm, not excited, but like they tampered down the ISBs and Wampa. They tampered down the freaking Y-wings. Man, I basically they hit the things that I was tired of flying against. It's like tired of flying against Jingo Jingo Wampa, tired of flying against those 3-point Y-wings, tired of flying against the FO chaff bombers. So it I'm pleased with that. I'm would like to see more stuff shaken up so we could see them come in and play more, but like simple things like making those Y-wings 4 points, you might see A-wings in the Resistance faction now.
Yeah.
Maybe not, but maybe you do.
It would be nice.
So it might shake something up just a little.
Mega Silver, what's up, Tommy? You guys noticed that I panicked because I went over to this screen and I had the old game, yesterday's game up on the scoreboard. Brendo and Milkman. Who the hell are those two people? They're not playing right now. So it is 10-6 after salvage has been tallied here. So Justin feels behind, but the 4-point cushion helps for sure.
He's definitely behind in the damage race, but he's winning on the objective race, which is,
it's importante.
Yes, it's importante.
Es importante. Round 5, here we go. Still with 40 minutes left. We're on pace to play 12 rounds. They had the ships left to do it.
Yeah. If they don't score,
and they didn't score enough points. Yeah, they're already halfway there, so they're on pace really to play 9 or 10. What's your threshold for like? Yeah, that was a pretty fast game. They got a lot of game in 8 plus rounds.
If they got a lot of game, I don't know. Anything for me that is 8 rounds typically goes to time. So I'm a little skewed on that. Because like if a game went fast for me, it was 5 rounds. We moved quick. Yeah, the game was over in like 45 minutes, that kind of deal.
I guess the players playing quickly / getting a lot of game in, to me, playing more than 7 rounds is a good sign of that. I don't know. It's the standard. What was the average when the first edition or the first iteration of this new version of the game at Adepticon was like 4 rounds?
It was 5 to 6 rounds was the average. Now it's 6 or 7 rounds is the average.
Yeah. A lot of people were playing their games in 3 to 4 rounds, even though the average was a bit higher.
There's one person that Mark Myers, that I tend to play more against. When I play him in tournaments, we typically play like somewhere around 9 rounds. Nice. And that is really high for me. I don't normally get anywhere near that high, but also he's playing Ray and Poe, and he likes to play KG, but he also plays quick enough to where we can get that many in. How about you?
In terms of how many rounds I think is an ideal, or just in general, or just how many rounds I typically play.
Yeah, how many rounds do you think is these players played fast?
I'd say 8 rounds would be a marker for like they're getting to the last quarter of the game that's left. At that point, they're like dipping into it. That's probably that's the number for me. There's nothing wrong with playing a 6 or 7 round game if there's a ton of ships. That makes sense, but I mean, let's be honest, it's not that hard to get 7, 8, 9 rounds of X-wing in. Even if you're not super fast, you can make that happen.
Yeah,
takes 2 to tango.
The game just doesn't last that long. Somebody wins.
That's by that point. The scoring only needing 20 points. It's a chance it's possible, right?
That is
If you keep
one
splitting the
damage.
center point,
1 damage into Mr. Two Tubes, which
we'll kill him.
takes him out.
Yep. So now we're tied up 10-10. Let's get some Wilhelms in for Edrio.
Unfortunately, this was the first round that J-Man lost that the first player. If he had gone first, he would have ended up blocking Vizier instead of Vizier blocking him.
That's 3 hits from Sigma 6.
Ooh.
And another blank out. Jack dies.
Really wishing no, not Jack.
Sorry, Colby dies. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Still gets to participate, but
Or
really
he couldn't
hoping,
get Jack and Colby.
really hoping, wishing he was in a more heroic faction
or hopeful faction.
Well, if you remember, hopeful.
Oh my God, he did it again.
Yep. But if he had remembered,
yeah,
he could have boosted forward.
Some missed hopefuls, at least 2 missed hopefuls now.
Yeah.
At the end of this day, I'll have like played 3/4 of people playing or commentating. Hey, that's something. What's up, Tyler?
I was talking bad about you earlier.
Yeah, but there was some smack talk coming from my co-commentator over here.
I was just basically saying you never shot at Night Beast because, I mean, why bother?
Or a Dark Curse.
Dark Curse, that's what it was. Dark Curse.
Well, I mean, why bother shooting a Night Beast sometimes also?
That's true.
The next shot again. Like, no initiative killing here. This is their trading shot.
Why bother?
That is a hit crit after spending the focus. Again, this is into the Reaper, into Vizier, hit crit going through now. We're digging into the last few damage hole. The whole breach, so 3 hole left.
But with only 2 pilots left on the board, not looking good for J-Man. Oh, you forgot to drop the box. Fair enough. Yeah, it looks good.
Played 2 rounds of Albion Scenario today. Really enjoyed them. It seems cool.
Oh man, just throwing out hot fire.
Yeah, I swear, another blank out here. It's invade.
Lives, but maybe, unless there's a direct in there. He's clinching.
Wounded.
Panic pilot. So he could get rid of one of those stress if he wants. Or was it panic?
It was wounded, yeah.
Pilot.
Wounded pilot.
Please don't. I'm too weak. Don't kill me.
Turns out blowing up your opponent's ships is still a good strategy.
Yeah, valid. It's always a valid strategy. 14-11 now. We tally up our points here. So we do have a healthy Leven Tenza. Saying.
Yeah,
a chance. There is a chance.
I imagine he's going to 2 hard in and focus and try and kill that Reaper.
Yep.
Jack, man, I guess he's just got to go forward and try and kill something before he dies. Well, I mean, simultaneously when he dies.
That's right.
But yeah, there's no damage that's been done to the other list. I would have swore Countdown took 1 damage, but
I thought so too, but ended up I think Andrew prematurely gained distress and then rolled anyways and realized he didn't need to because he rolled out of it. I think that's what happened.
Oh, okay. That'll make sense.
Seems really good giving Countdown salvage in those cases too, right? If you were to take a crit, you just take a damage instead. You don't lose the salvage.
Yep, because you can't suffer the crit if you're not suffering the crit. That's a very Joe Madden commentary I just got there. You can't suffer a crit if you're not suffering the crit.
Yeah. Try not to suck. Joe Madden, what a guy. Not to be confused with John Madden.
Oh, Joe Madden. I said Joe Madden, didn't I? Well, the thing was, is I tried to say Joe Montana, and I was like, that's wrong.
Just
Yeah.
throw out names there. Throw out different Joe names. We'll get one. Sorry for really running away. Is that too hard? So we did get an APT off, which is good. I mean, it is nice. That's why I don't take advanced proton torpedoes, because it is hard to get it off.
That's why I took Ahsoka and what's his face? What's his name? Aaron Kraken, to make sure that they could still get their target locks at I-4. They just jumped in, focused, and then the other two enabled their target locks, and they just lit somebody up and then ran off to live another day.
Ooh, we're getting a repair from Jack, which now I'm gonna have to roll for wounded. Here we go. There's that roll. That's terrible, Tuba. Oh my god. 7 attempts. It's like in Rebellion. You have the same chance. You have to roll 3 dice to destroy the Death Star, and not getting that direct hit symbol on the roll is brutal. Jack is stressed from.
Yeah. He could chance it and just get rid of the stress with his ability. That's what he's gonna do. He takes a damage, so a net 0. He repaired it, and then got a stress.
So if you roll a hit result, you suffer a damage, but anything else, and you're fine, right?
Yeah.
Even a crit,
Yep.
you're fine with his ability.
Yep. So
Yeah,
I mean,
Jack's
it's
dead.
a 3/8 chance that you don't. I think his real mistake is that he didn't turn anywhere where there was going to be a ship. He should have just one straighted.
Yeah.
Because
This is what we call a kill box, folks. Take notes.
this is indeed a kill box.
I feel like that's one mark of a good X-Wing player, is that you don't get yourself. No, I mean, I don't mean to say that Justin's not a good X-Wing player, by the way, when I say this. Being able to avoid getting in kill boxes when you know your opponent's going to do everything they can to get you in one, right?
Yeah.
Feels good being able to get out of it. Sometimes you can't get out of it. You just can't.
No, I think that's where the situation you're in right now is. You weren't going to be able to do anything about it, but the problem is you need to make the best of the kill box, which not getting a shot at all is not the way to do it.
Right. All right. Well, this game's going to end early. I will not be starting. We probably will not be starting the next game early, just because it's on a set schedule with the draft league. So we'll have plenty to talk about, folks. We'll have a quick 25-minute podcast.
I didn't sign up for this.
You unstable now? Is he unstable?
So he unstables when he's destroyed.
He's been destroyed.
Yeah,
he's not removed.
Yeah.
Does everybody take damage?
Yep. Everybody at range 1.
Hey, there you go. That's fun.
Yeah.
It's ironic. That's the way that he was able to get damage on countdown.
I mean, yesterday somebody initiative killed in the opening engagement. They had the Luke, Wedge, Fenn, Colby list, and they killed him in the engagement. And it was like, cool, you killed him. That sucks, but also here's 3 damage to your list. Oh man, plenty of evades.
Green miracle shot, no tokens, only has pal.
Yeah. You just need 3 damage.
That's
only,
not.
That will not do it.
Oh man, yeah, some bad, just not good variance on, or for Justin's side here. Really good for Andrew.
So that'll be 4 points, and then
not great, Bob.
I don't think. Does anybody have any? Crates?
Hey, Justin's up to 12.
Yep.
No,
Yep.
Nobody else has any, but even.
Yeah. Can you, I'll hop in there and I'll give him a point. Or I'll ping.
There it is. I got it.
Okay. There needs
I
to
got
be,
you.
There needs to be a second master.
Grind their bones into dirt!
Make them regret they were ever born. Yes, that is.
That's exactly what
I
I was
would
gonna
say that we are getting an oil baron type of experience from Block over here. Really channeling his inner oil baron. And here we go. This is round 7.
All Andrew needs to do is pick up some objectives. If he picks up 2 and keeps 2, game over. Alternatively, he could just lay into this leaving.
Hey, leaving me alone. Oh.
Heyo.
Heyo. Heyo, it's a
Popping contraband. What are we doing here? A 4K.
okay. All right.
Yeah, I mean,
Not the worst.
Mad about it.
I am pissed.
I am so upset about this right now.
Oh, we're gonna get a salvage.
No word. Oh, he is. Okay, he got it.
Would you just rather your opponent just kill you than do
At
this?
this point,
Yeah.
yeah. Just like pull me up. I won't win by like this. I'll lose like this.
Okay.
He can barrel roll.
Countdown is gonna just
Or
take
you
an
can
evade because
evade.
again, it doesn't matter. It's not like you can kill Countdown.
Yep. Here we go. Pick it up.
I was playing a list of Teltravar. It was Mando, Ben, and Tel. It's really funny because like you could give Tel Protorbs. It's like you could ignore the Protorb carrier because if you don't, it doesn't matter still.
Yeah.
With Kuil.
Yeah. So you could so,
just repair all your damage.
we had a face-off league where it was basically aces high. It's just 1v1, and I had 4 Lam with Queel, and just there. In my last game,
GG's the players just hit 20.
Yeah.
Real quick, pin that thought. I'm just gonna thank them real quick.
Wings.
How many blank outs was that on defense? 4? Three?
many.
You don't know. You
There
tell
was
me.
yeah. And this is again why I point to, okay, you're really mad that like a couple of T-65 pilots that cost 6 points can fire proton torpedoes, but then they just do that and roll like that because it's just what could happen.
That is why I'm not mad at 5X, because sometimes they just decide they don't want to live anymore.
they're like, I'm out.
It was yeah, that wasn't great. And then those first like crucial rounds, I was moving first, so his interceptors were very AC.
Yeah, no, they felt like they were very AC, especially that sleep behind. That was pretty dirty
Yeah.
for the next turn. Yeah. Nicely
I
done.
had no idea what I was going to do. I just like, let me fly a 3 speed and see what happens. And if I die, I die. And clearly it ended up hysterically.
Yeah, it was
Well,
wonderful.
did you guys have fun?
Oh,
yeah.
of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. It was a lot of fun.
It's interesting. Those X-wings are only 4 points. You got, yeah, there's some interesting stuff coming out, and there it is. If anybody missed the card, I love how stretched the back of it is.
This is probably the best card in the pack, right? Like, it has to be. It's just hysterical. What it can do is hysterical.
Yeah, that's just fun.
Just loved my Jack rolling, fixing a face down.
Just to get it back.
Stress from it.
Yeah,
and then just got it right back. Yeah.